macam mana Nick Elin boleh menang? It's basically her against the whole country. Cabar umat Islam kat Malaysia. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that.
Tapi ramai orang politik menggunakan isu ni
untuk menunggang lah.
Correct. Hopefully Madani, if you're watching, I know Madani watches my social media. Hopefully Madani.
Kenapa Muslim pergi cabar undang-undang Muslim?
Secara ringkas,
Okay.
boleh tak Encik Faizi cuba explain kepada masyarakat macam mana Nick Elin boleh menang dekat Kelantan?
Okey. Dari segi keputusan Mahkamah Persekutuan, Mahkamah Persekutuan melihat kepada test ataupun ujian bagaimana nak menentusahkan sesuatu undang-undang yang diputuskan oleh Dewan Undangan Negeri. Kat sini Caprice, saya nak betulkan salah faham yang sangat meluas di media sosial, dalam tulisan-tulisan peguam-peguam, in fact dalam tulisan-tulisan orang awam. Mereka mengatakan bahawa Mahkamah Persekutuan membuat perintah membatalkan undang-undang tersebut hanya kerana ada pertindinan di antara undang-undang negeri dan undang-undang persekutuan. Itu salah. Sebenarnya Mahkamah Persekutuan ada dalam perenggan 53, 54, 55, Mahkamah Persekutuan tidak melihat sama ada dekat federal dah ada ataupun tidak. Dia tak melihat benda tu. Dia melihat subject matter. Perkara yang tersenarai dalam senarai persekutuan, perkara yang tersenarai dalam senarai negeri. Itu saja. Sebab tu saya duk baca, saya duk tengok penulisan dan media sosial. Itu adalah satu pemahaman yang salah yang saya kena betulkan pada malam ni.
Sure.
Maksudnya tak kisahlah ada atau tidak undang-undang di dalam federal, dalam kanun keselesaan ataupun tidak, selagi mana undang-undang itu masuk dalam subjek matter persekutuan, ia boleh dibatalkan. Sebab itu, kalau Caprice tengok, salah satunya adalah Section 3 riba. Riba dekat federal constitution, federal law tak ada. Tak ada dalam kanun keselesaan. Sebab kalau ada, semua bank kena tutup. Betul tak? Semua bank mengamalkan faedah riba. So benda itu tidak ada, tetapi still dibatalkan. Sebab apa? Sebab subjek matternya adalah termasuk dalam banking dan juga Islamic banking.
So the undang-undang for riba is now removed
from Kelantan, correct.
Totally removed. And
this pose a very huge impact. Sebab apa? Sebab di federal, Caprice, federal tak boleh buat satu undang-undang untuk melarang riba. Sebab apa? Sebab artikel 8 prohibits benda tu. Artikel 8 Federal Constitution cakap federal tak boleh nak buat undang-undang based on religion ataupun based on race.
Of course. So Syariah laws is for Muslims. Correct.
Jadi federal tak boleh buat law tentang riba. Now you are being precluded, state are being precluded from enacting law relating to riba. Sekarang ni siapa yang boleh buat?
So macam mana Nick Elin boleh menang? I mean, kalau kita tengok momentum waktu November tu, Cap tengok dekat suasana Putrajaya, himpunan, it's basically her against the whole country.
Correct.
Right? You had the people's vote back in November.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
On what grounds? Kita nak faham on what grounds, macam mana Nick Elin boleh menang?
Okay. Mahkamah, sebab tu saya sebut kekeliruan ini perlu dibuktikan sebab Mahkamah melihat satu klausa, kita panggil preclusion clause. Saya rasa kalau kita baca judgement tu memang selalu disebut preclusion clause ni dalam bahasa Melayu ni pengecualian, klausa pengecualian. Maksudnya ada satu klausa pengecualian itu disebut kalau ada benda boleh buat law subjek kepada subject matter dalam federal, you tak boleh buat. Itu kita panggil preclusion clause. So Mahkamah menggunakan perkara itu sahaja untuk invalidkan to invalidate the
all
law.
Berapa total
16.
Okay, so that was the mandate lah, the guideline untuk buat keputusan.
Correct. Kemudian test yang Mahkamah guna lagi, satu lagi test adalah adakah section-section yang digubal oleh setiap dalam kes ni Dewan Undangan Negeri Kelantan, adakah ia melibatkan purely religious offence ataupun tidak. So Mahkamah Persekutuan ada 4 test, 4 yardstick nak tengok sama ada ia valid ataupun tidak. Satu, adakah undang-undang itu purely religious offences? Contoh, saya bagi contoh, tak semayang solat Jumaat. So mahkamah kata this is okay because this is purely religious. Yang kedua, tentang akidah, murtad, boleh. Yang ketiga, tentang moral, isu-isu moral. Memang ada tak isu-isu undang-undang berkaitan dengan moral ada. Yang keempat, tentang sanctity of Islam itu sendiri, kesucian Islam.
Sure.
So hanya dalam keadaan empat ni saja mahkamah kata you can enact law, and this has impact so much Mahkamah Syariah punya jurisdiction, because all this while for the past 30 years kan, Mahkamah Syariah telah mendengar kes-kes ini, and now because of this decision, this subject matter are now being removed from Mahkamah Syariah punya jurisdiction. This what concerns us.
So it's just a matter of kuasa dari segi apa? Bidang kuasa, bidang kuasa negeri dan bidang kuasa parlimen.
Betul.
That's the real struggle.
That's the real
it's
struggle.
not. I guess the narrative on social media, TikTok, people assume this is a war on Islam, right? This is a cabar umat Islam kat Malaysia.
Betul.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with
you
that
agree?
sentiment. Because this. No, we have to call a spade a spade.
Okay.
Now, kalau you kata you nak memperkasakan Mahkamah Syariah, nak memertabatkan undang-undang Syariah, what we are doing now is backward. We are moving backward. Previously, Mahkamah Syariah boleh decide and hear those cases. Now Mahkamah Syariah cannot, because you take away the power to legislate.
Okay.
Indirectly, bila tak ada power to legislate, dia akan impact kuasa Mahkamah Syariah.
Okay.
Dia akan impact the scope of Syariah law.
Okay.
So that is now being removed.
So let's just take one case study. Let's say case Liwat.
Yeah, case
now
Liwat.
Now that Liwat has been removed, betul tak?
Betul.
Removed from undang-undang Syariah.
Correct.
So if there's a new case hari ni, peliwat dekat Kelantan, they don't even go to Syariah court. They are being judged by undang-undang.
Kanun Kesiasaan. This is
Is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
Is that a correct understanding?
That's correct understanding.
Okay.
But I have to explain this. Now, kalau seseorang itu diliwat,
Okay.
now dia ada option untuk buat laporan. Sama ada dia nak buat laporan kepada polis ataupun dia nak buat laporan kepada penguasa negeri syariah. Now, kalau dia buat laporan kepada pihak polis, yang siasat siapa? Pihak polis.
Correct.
Yang dakwa siapa? Pihak peguam negara.
Correct.
Di mahkamah mana? Di mahkamah magistrate atau mahkamah session jenayah civil.
Which is lagi berat lah. I think in my first podcast,
yes,
hukuman dia lagi berat.
Lagi berat.
Okay.
Tetapi kalau pengadu itu memilih untuk buat laporan kepada penguasa syariah negeri, yang akan buat siasatan adalah Jabatan Agama Islam negeri tersebut. Yang mendakwa adalah peguam pendakwa syar'i. Yang mendengar kes itu adalah mahkamah syariah.
It's basically an Islamic process.
It's Islamic process. Right. So it is not for the pelaku untuk decide. It is for the mangsa to decide.
Mangsa of the liwat. Correct.
Of the liwat. Ataupun kita ambil contoh gangguan seksual.
Why would I want to understand, how does a mangsa of liwat choose which one, nak laporan polis ke nak pergi laporan the Islamic one?
Ya, terpulang
How
kat
do
dia.
they make their keputusan normally?
Terpulang kat dia. Kalau dia rasa dia nak, selalunya orang akan buat laporan polis.
Correct.
Tetapi akan ada situasi yang orang akan buat kepada mahkamah syariah, mungkin bergantung kepada siapa pelaku dia. Sebab kalau pelaku dia orang utama, dia tak percaya dah polis akan buat tindakan. Kalau orang itu well protected dalam. So it's up to the mangsa. Saya tak boleh nak komen benda tu. It's up to the mangsa.
So you're saying that this whole case is moving Sharia laws backwards.
Dan saya agak terkesan dengan naratif yang mengatakan, ini satu lagi salah nombor 2, iaitu yang mengatakan, perception mengatakan, kenapa kita nak takut sedangkan hukuman syariah itu lebih ringan kalau nak berbanding dengan hukuman kanun kesalahan. Betul tak? I think dalam podcast.
Yeah.
No, this is a total misunderstanding. Sebab apa, Caprice? Sebab in 1988, almost 40 years ago, kita pas satu undang-undang yang meletakkan had limit mahkamah syariah boleh bagi hukuman. It is our fault.
Okay.
It is the parliament. Parlimen kata you gubal undang-undang macam mana sekalipun, maksimum you boleh bagi 3 tahun penjara, 5,000 sebatan, 5,000 denda, 6 kali
This was
sebatan.
done back in
1988 and kita tak pernah tukar had limit ni.
Okay. Kenapa kerajaan Kelantan is majority past Islamic? Kenapa dalam masa berapa tahun 30 years tak pernah nak ubah undang-undang negeri?
Okay, Cap, ini adalah undang-undang yang diberikan kuasa oleh federal.
Correct.
Dia bagi kepada undang negeri. Negeri tak boleh negeri kena follow.
Oh, they have to follow.
They have to follow.
They cannot make their own laws.
They cannot langgar this ceiling ini, haras ni.
Okay, so yang bina ceiling is not negeri.
Federal.
Okay.
So federal yang bina ceiling. That's why 6 years ago there's a member bill, private member bill. Ahli parlimen marang cadangkan untuk naikkan kepada 30 tahun, 100,000 denda dan 100 kali sebatan. But it was rejected by the government pada ketika itu.
But this case, even this Ning Elin case was not during Madani punya kerajaan.
No.
Case dia waktu tu siapa? Dia start bila petition dia?
Okay,
tahun
dia start sebenarnya, ini pun tarikh yang sebenarnya orang salah faham.
Okay, when was the date?
The date bila dia dapat semasa dia filekan permohonan leave. Permohonan leave tu sebab saya tak nak terlibat dengan argument macam ni sebab dia akan nampak politik.
Sure.
Sebab kalau kita nak blame PN, nak blame Madani, separuh ketika leave masa ketika kerajaan PN, hujung-hujung dah September.
Okay.
Dia dapat leave pada dia file petition ni, betul-betul file petition 13 Oktober. Masa tu dah bubar. But kalau kita terlibat dalam argument macam ni, Caprice, dia akan menyebabkan kita put a finger, pointing finger kepada Madani kepada, tapi now is the time. Now yang kita concernnya sekarang. Sebab impactnya sekarang kepada semua negeri.
Correct.
Itu je yang saya rasa.
But don't you see, like, even though we don't like to talk about politics, tapi ramai orang politik menggunakan isu ni
untuk menunggang lah.
Correct. I mean like you said, this is a Islamic issue.
Issues, correct.
Then obviously all the Islamic parties are gonna use this. Do you agree for them to use this as a platform to berpolitik atau marah atau? I mean, there's a statement that says this is the Black Friday, right? A dark day for umat Islam dekat Malaysia.
I agree for politicians to use this to pursue their cause as long as they are being honest and not hypocrite.
But this isn't the fault of the current government.
It is.
Why?
I would say it is.
Why?
Because they have all the resources. For example,
they're independent.
Oh, no. Yes, the independent. Okay. Now, allow me to.
Okay.
Let me finish this. Now, in 2022, the government then has finalized RUU, rang undang-undang untuk memperkasakan, untuk meningkatkan yang limit saya cakap tadi, yang 3 tahun, 5,000, 6 kali sebatan. We have got the green light from the state, from the AG chambers. Tak sempat nak table, bubar in October. Now the bill is there for the government to pursue.
Again.
For almost 1 year plus tak ada. And during the whole proceeding, government tak hantar Peguam negara to intervene. Sebab tu ada satu komen by retired Court of Appeal judge. Kenapa tak hantar Peguam negara? This is such an important issue. Peguam negara as an advisor to the government should come and throw his stand to the court. At least either you against Ning Elin cause ataupun you for Ning Elin cause, you must take your stance. It was not done. Itu tidak berlaku.
So then the real struggle is not just at the undang-undang negeri. Actually, the real struggle is at the federal.
Correct.
Right? That should be the real fight lah. Yes. To naikkan balik the hukuman for liwat, hukuman for rogol. That should be the real.
That should.
But isn't what Ning Elin doing right now?
No.
Trying to make the hukuman sama?
No, because you see, kalau Cap bersetuju dengan bahawa undang-undang ini perlu ini perbezaan. Apa yang Ning Elin nak cuba lakukan adalah, ini pemahaman saya. Dia nak minta semua kes jenayah ini Mahkamah Civil yang dengar. Bagi saya itu adalah pendekatan yang sangat mengancam undang-undang Mahkamah Syariah. Sebab kalau betul kita nak memperkasakan Mahkamah Syariah, nak memertabatkan undang-undang Syariah, what we should do is we should give more kepada Mahkamah Syariah untuk mendengar kes-kes yang berkaitan dengan agama Islam. Contoh riba, contoh judi. Kenapa tak bagi? Tapi you take away. So in a way sebenarnya you nak memperkasakan, nak memertabatkan ataupun tidak, or you just being bermuka-muka, menanam tebu di bibir saja.
So you feel the real fight, what they are doing, we don't know who's behind this, adalah untuk kurangkan kuasa the Sharia courts.
Yes, dengan cara mengecilkan skop Dewan Undangan Negeri untuk membuat undang-undang berkaitan dengan agama Islam. As simple as that.
Okay.
Because dia akan dia macam ni, kalau saya tak boleh buat undang-undang berkaitan dengan agama Islam, ultimately Mahkamah Syariah tidak boleh mendengar perkara-perkara yang saya nak gubal. Itu saja. So indirectly dia affect Syariah court. So you cannot cakap kita memperkasakan dengan cara kita bina bangunan yang cantik untuk Mahkamah Syariah. That is not memperkasakan, that's cosmetic.
Sure.
Correct or not?
Sure.
We want something substance. Itu saja yang kita minta. Itu saja yang saya rasa mereka yang mendokong undang-undang syariah, yang nak tengok kita dah merdeka kiat 67 tahun, betul tak? Adakah kita masih nak suruh Mahkamah Syariah ni dengar bab nikah kahwin, bab tak puasa, bab solat Jumaat, tak pergi solat Jumaat? Adakah itu yang kita nak? Saya nak tanya Cap. Of course, after 60, 70 years of independence, we want more for Mahkamah Syariah. Macam saya bagi contoh tadi, dalam undang-undang riba, federal law tak boleh buat.
Of course.
So you must give this power to the state legislative assembly, Dewan Undangan Negeri, untuk gubal undang-undang yang berkaitan dengan riba. Kerana apa? Kerana ia dibenarkan dalam perlembagaan. Kerana akhirnya Mahkamah Syariah boleh dengar berkaitan dengan riba. Contoh, kita tak tahu kutu ada elemen riba ataupun tidak. Bagi contoh alung. Kalau dia terlibat dengan alung, Jabatan Agama Ehwal Islam Negeri tersebut boleh tangkap dan dakwa di Mahkamah Syariah. Benda itu tidak boleh dibuat di federal. Sebab Artikel 8 prohibits. This is what we want. But somehow or other, there's a movement just to limit for akidah, nikah kahwin, cerai berai.
Why do you think this is happening?
Because the attitude of the government. Saya cakap betul.
The current government?
Yes.
But this was filed before.
Yes, it was.
Even though it was filed before.
Even though it was filed before, but because there was no resistance from the current government.
Resistance to the RUU.
Yeah.
The new that.
For example, tidak ada tindakan terhadap RUU untuk kita nak naikkan hukuman tersebut. For example, tidak menghantar wakil dari Perjabatan Pengguna Negara untuk katakan apakah stand government. Kalau government kata no, yes, sebenarnya Dewan Undangan Negeri boleh menggubal undang-undang ini. Federal government can declare dia stand dekat proceeding mahkamah. Kenapa tak buat declare? Kalau dia kata yes, state tak boleh buat, just say so. Come here and declare your stance.
But why now? Why? Kenapa sekarang gerakan tu ada?
Kenapa sekarang?
Sedangkan yang pasal undang-undang syariah that limit the ceiling was made 40 tahun lepas. Betul tak?
Betul.
40 tahun lepas.
Yes.
Kenapa waktu kerajaan
sebab
lain?
Sebelum tu tidak pernah ada cabaran. Sekarang ini baru ada orang berani mencabar.
Waktu kerajaan lain, kenapa tak naikkan ceiling tu waktu kerajaan lain tu?
Masa PN.
Before that even.
Okay. Sebab tu saya cakap.
That time there was majority Melayu, majority Muslims. Why during that time diorang tak naikkan ceiling?
Maksud Cap federal government kan?
Correct.
Ini kena tanya kepada ketua kerajaan pada ketika itu. Because diorang tak sebab itu saya kata isu ini
I feel like it's like a macam a easy shot, macam to blame
the
current government now. Sedangkan isu pasal nak naikkan ceiling hukuman tu, kuasa tu dah memang sentiasa ada for the past 40 years.
Correct.
Tapi for 40 years tak ada benda pun berlaku.
Tidak ada political will.
There's no political will.
There's no political will.
Why?
Because maybe they subscribe to the idea that Syariah law, Syariah court must be confined to those areas only. They have to.
But like
sebab tu dalam sebab itu
you said the idea is we want to have more power for Syariah court. Betul tak?
Yes, correct.
Kenapa waktu 40 tahun kerajaan lain yang I guess you would say pro-Islam tak ada langsung gerakan to change the ceiling?
Gerakan untuk change the ceiling ada 6 years ago by private member of Marang, member of parliament
6
of
years
Marang.
ago.
Yes, 6 years ago. We put in a very specific private members to increase that. Then it was shut down by the government. Then when the
That time siapa yang shut down?
masa tu government Barisan Nasional,
That time the PM was
Najib.
okay. Bosku was the PM. It was shut down.
Yes, it was kept at bay lah. Maksudnya sentiasa ditolak.
Tapi waktu tu ada tak himpunan? Time Bosku shut down the bill. Was there a himpunan like this is a dark day for Islam?
No, tak ada. Tetapi movement tu sudah pick up.
Okay.
Sudah ada.
Okay.
Kemudian bila kita bila ada a change of government,
Sure.
then Menteri Agama dan Menteri Undang-Undang pada ketika itu telah perhaluskan cadangan ini, buat satu kertas kerja dipanggil rang undang-undang.
Okay.
Akta 355.
Okay.
Cap tak ingat ke hari masa movement yang ramai-ramai itu keluar?
In Putrajaya.
No, masa kita buat RU 355.
Oh yeah.
Berarak.
Oh yeah.
That was the movement.
Okay.
So nak kata sekarang,
Okay, in case no one knew, that was the beginning of the movement.
Correct.
That was ramai juga.
Ramai
Tu ni zaman Bosku lah.
yang pakai semua baju putih.
Correct. Dekat Dataran Merdeka.
Dataran Merdeka Padang Merbuk tu. So nak kata tak ada, mungkin sejarah kita terlupa, tapi we have to remind everyone. Benda ni dah lama
The
dah.
struggle has always been there.
Has always been there.
To naikkan kuasa Syariah court.
Yes. Bidang kuasa hukuman untuk ni. Sebab saya tengok sekarang ni semua orang duk kutuk, kenapa Mahkamah Syariah hukuman dia macam ni ya? Lebih baiklah kita pergi kepada Mahkamah Civil.
So punca dia adalah federal. 40 years ago.
40 years ago, and they continue. Masa ketika PN memerintah, dia ada effort. Dia hantar orang undang-undang tu sehingga ke Jabatan Pengguna Negara untuk approve. And it was approved. Tapi tak sempat nak table dalam tempoh 33 bulan tersebut. Tak sempat nak table. Sepatutnya table bulan 10. Bulan 10 declare, sebab we thought that the government will continue until full term.
That was 2 years, right? Lepas 2 tahun kan?
Lepas 2 tahun.
Mungkin maybe kot. Mungkin lepas ni maybe Madani might table.
No.
Madani baru 12 bulan kan? Maybe tahun kedua.
That's why kita nak buat move ni supaya it give pressure to the current government. By all means set aside your ego. By all means set aside your political agenda, political differences.
I agree.
Push.
I agree. Put aside politics.
And I'm sure the members of opposition yang nak benda ni akan support.
I agree putting aside politics. Cuma bila orang gunakan isu ni untuk berpolitik, I didn't like it sebab dia menggunakan Islam.
Betul.
As is kita dicabar. And you agree with that statement, right? Islam dicabar.
Yes, I agree because...
But after what you told me, sebenarnya case ni 40 years ago was set by the federal government. This is the limit for hukuman liwat for Syariah court. Hukuman rogol, liwat, what else? A bunch lah.
Whatever hukuman, you cannot go beyond this.
Ni salah federal. This salah federal 40 years ago. So we should be angry. We should be angry.
Now, both of us
should be angry at the federal 40 years ago.
40 years ago, and they continue. We cannot start 40 years ago. Continue until today.
InsyaAllah Madani. InsyaAllah Madani. Sebab even for Perikatan Nasional, dia orang baru table tahun kedua
Yes.
Kedua.
Immediately after that. Sebab benda tu dah ada dah.
Ya, PN baru table hujung-hujung PN lah.
Yes. No, because Cap, you must be fair because the process is very lengthy.
Correct.
So now Madani doesn't have to go through that process because it was approved and green light by the AJ Chambers. All you have to do is take the same proposal, the same rang undang-undang yang government, bukan politician, yang officers of the government yang go through.
Bukan ke ahli parlimen undang-undang falls under siapa? Does this fall under her? Is it
Azalina? Yeah,
Does this fall under her?
Yes.
So she should be on the chopping block.
Yes, the paper is there for her to pick up.
I'm no ahli parlimen.
Malay Muslim.
So this is not a liberal agenda. Is it? People say no, ni agenda liberal. Caprice, ni lah agenda liberal yang nak musnahkan negara kita.
To attack and to reduce the jurisdiction of state legislation assembly, I would agree to that.
You agree that this is a liberal agenda?
Yes.
Well,
Because why must now you challenge?
Well, ahli parlimen is a Malay Muslim.
Sorry, come again?
The ahli parlimen that handles undang-undang
Uh-huh.
is a Malay Muslim.
Correct.
So I mean,
Yeah, liberal is a Muslim juga. Kalau bukan liberal, dia tak, kalau non-Muslim kita tak panggil liberal.
no, people say there's a gerakan from outside forces that's trying to make Islam more liberal kat Malaysia ni.
Yes, I would agree.
You believe so?
Yeah, I believe so. Because the idea is the idea is agama ini adalah untuk perkara ini saja. Tak boleh campur aduk dengan politik, tak boleh campur aduk dengan kehidupan. That is not how Islam should be. Islam is the way of life. I mean,
I agree.
Islam is the way of life. The teaching of Prophet Muhammad entails every aspect of our life.
Do you believe all these undang-undang that has been tested dekat negeri Kelantan, right? You have all the Syariah laws in Kelantan, right? Do you believe it has helped Kelantan?
Okay, let me put it this
Like you say, it's a way of life to
Yes.
improve the life of Muslims.
Let me
Has this
put-
improved the lives of Muslims in Kelantan?
Yes, because the law in somehow put in place for check and balance to regulate peoples. And let me bring Caprice to a different angle.
Okay.
This is a democratic country, correct? The people of Kelantan have given the mandate, have elected PAS, because why? Because they subscribe to the idea that PAS wants Islamic law to be implemented. And this is accepted by the majority rakyat of Kelantan.
Correct.
You cannot fault them for giving a bad reaction when someone challenged their wishes. Correct or not? So if you pray for the rain, you have to deal with the mud.
Correct.
Now, because Elin and her daughter cakap they being subject to threats semua tu, there's a cause and effect.
Sure.
This is the wishes of Kelantan because, I mean, you can see the result. Kan, berapa 30, kalau di Terengganu 32-0, di Kelantan hanya 2-3 seat saja yang menang oleh. So they want this government to be there because that is what they want. So you have to respect the rakyat.
The wishes of the rakyat. I agree. So moving forward, now that this has happened, the fact that Nick Elin menang, what's the next step for you guys?
For us, the court has decided you must accept. The court in Kiputra 9 judge. The court in Nick Elin 8. Kalau you kira lah kan 17, maksudnya is a very solid argument, solid decision from the federal court. So you tak boleh guna dah ruang mahkamah untuk tukar keputusan.
Correct.
So what you have now left with the amendment to the federal constitution.
But there you go. I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Total how many hakim? Total
9 plus 8, 17.
17.
Tapi ada redundant
Correct.
lah.
Okay.
Ada yang the 9 judges pun ada yang seat dalam
Okay,
Nick
so
Elin.
roughly total
9 for about maybe kalau kita tolak yang tu dalam 12.
okay 12 hakim that we respect, we understand their stance. Like just now you said that there's a liberal agenda, kan? There might be a liberal agenda. Takkanlah 12. Takkanlah 12 hakim can subscribe to a liberal agenda from outside.
Correct. Interesting point. This is the wording of the federal court. Every law is deemed to be valid until someone challenge it.
Correct.
Now, dalam penghakiman Mahkamah Persekutuan, Kak kena baca, orang semua kena baca. Bila Nick Elin tarik balik satu section 37(1) berkaitan dengan judi. Ada satu section, judi ni ada dua, satu you anjur, satu you hadir. So Nick Elin tarik balik satu. Federal Court kata apa? Because you dah withdraw, kami takkan buat keputusan sama ada section ini terbatal ataupun tidak.
Betul.
Because we have no power. If someone do not challenge it.
Correct.
So saya tak kata liberal itu daripada Mahkamah Persekutuan, bukan.
Correct.
Saya kata orang yang mencabar itu
Has an agenda,
they
right?
have their
They
own
have their agenda.
For reason best known to
Correct.
them, they want to challenge.
But
Why?
we trust the wisdom of our judges, of our hakim,
Correct.
untuk buat keputusan yang tepat.
According to the law, yes.
According to the law.
Correct.
They are by the book, they are technical.
Correct.
At the end of the day, yang buat keputusan final say are this 12 hakim.
Correct. Betul. Sebab itu saya kata moving forward, now the court has decided nak tak nak untuk kita memperkasakan dan memartabatkan Mahkamah Syariah, we must make amendment to Federal Constitution. Apakah amendment? Dalam kes Iki Putra, dalam kes ni Elin, Mahkamah menggunakan preclusion clause, pengecualian clause. Take out that pengecualian. As simple as that. Antara yang keduanya, Mahkamah kata tidak ada definition criminal law. Sebab dalam perlembagaan kata Islamic law. Kalau you faham Islamic law includes criminal law. There is no clear kat situ.
Okay.
So you must give definition tentang criminal law.
Okay.
So these are the possible amendment yang mana kalau Madani nak buat, dia boleh buat. And I'm sure kalau dia buat, dia akan receive support from Muslim opposition members of parliament. Tetapi disebabkan ego mungkin tak nak kacau rakan parti company, mungkin tak nak buat. So that is the problem lies. Dan kena ingat, dalam satu penghakiman menentang yang seorang hakim yang bagi itu, dia kata dia tak boleh faham kenapa Muslim pergi cabar undang-undang Muslim.
I asked the same question on my podcast.
Sebab dia kata dia can understand kalau non-Muslim cabar. Tetapi bila Muslim cabar, adakah dia nak mengatakan bahawa yang mencabar itu kata saya cabar sebab saya nak buat kesalahan ni, sebab tu saya cabar. Sepatutnya you rasa bangga ada hukuman, ada peruntukan yang melarang orang Islam lain terlibat dengan riba, yang melarang orang Islam lain terlibat dengan liwat. You should be proud of that. You should defend that.
According to her, she wants it sama rata.
That's
her argument.
Okay.
That's her argument. Yeah.
That argument is flawed. Because as a Muslim, we are subject to a different law. Dan saya nak tegaskan kat sini, kenapa ini keindahan yang mungkin orang tak nampak. Kalau di Mahkamah Syariah, pembuktian itu berat. Okay? Saya bagi contoh, kalau berlaku dalam kes kanun kesesaan kan, ataupun sexual offences. Sekarang ini sexual offences, we can rely on the sole testimony of mangsa. Kalau budak tu tipu, dia kata Cap cabul dia, court boleh terima statement dia tu without corroborative evidence.
That's what Syariah court?
No, that is civil.
Okay.
That's how dangerous it is.
That's scary.
That's scary.
Syariah court?
Syariah court, no. You must bring evidence. You must bring 4 witnesses. So that is the protection. That is the justice. Sebab itu saya tak setuju bila orang cakap federal court kanun kesesaan juga adalah satu hukuman takzir. No, because the root are different. The procedure are different. The burden of proof, beban bukti are different. Hujahan are different.
And now all these are gone in Kelantan?
Yes.
So, do you think this will go to a different state lepas ni?
Obviously. Sebab apa? 2 tahun lepas, benda ni start di mana? Di Selangor. 2 tahun lepas.
Oh, yeah.
Iki Putra in Selangor.
Oh,
dia
yeah. Iki Putra is in Selangor.
Kemudian
that case, sorry, rewind. That case, siapa menang?
Iki Putra menang. Selangor, it was declared Section 66 itu sebagai tidak sah.
So, Selangor, that time Iki Putra menang.
Yes.
Kelantan,
itu liwat.
For liwat. In Kelantan, now Nick Elin menang.
And yang saya takut, kes Nick Elin ni ada dah set satu presiden. Anybody can now challenge undang-undang syariah. Dalam kes Iki Putra kan, apa yang berlaku adalah dia kena tuduh dulu. Sebab dia kena tuduh liwat. Percubaan untuk meliwat. So bila dia kena tuduh, bolehlah dia pergi mahkamah dan minta mahkamah decide hukuman ini sebab dia affected, dia aggrieved. He was a charge. Tapi dalam kes ni Elin dengan anak dia tak pernah di-charge, tak pernah dituduh. Sebab tu hakim yang menentang kata locus standi, you must have footing untuk nak cabar. Kalau
so
tidak,
what was her footing?
The footing is you must be charged or you must affected.
Okay.
Dalam kes ni macam mana ni Elin nak cerita kata dia affected? Dia punya fear tu is unfounded.
She said on the podcast that she wants to do it untuk selamatkan the umat untuk bantu umat Islam dekat Kelantan. She's from Kelantan.
Okay.
So tu kampung dia. So kalau dia nak hukuman apa? Sama rata.
That if that her cause, if that her true cause, then what she should have done, fight for the increase of the hukuman.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah,
Fight for the
increase.
Yeah.
Not you take out. Once you take out and then you stop there. So isn't that macam actions speak louder than words? Then
So let's go. I mean, we can put the scary music here. So you believe there's a movement in Malaysia now yang mencabar umat Islam.
bukan mencabar umat Islam tu agak general, mencabar undang-undang syariah dan juga bidang kuasa Mahkamah Syariah di Islam. And I'm not saying that because to incite fear. No, I'm saying this because I want people to understand and make your voice heard by the current government. That's all I'm saying. Because the trend is there. Dulu saya tak tahu Caprice ingat kata Ayah Pin pun cabar undang-undang. Kan dia difatwakan sebagai sesat semua tu nama dia tukiran talib.
Okay.
Mahkamah tolak. No. Kemudian ingat tak Chris Juzaili, dia cross dressing, dia pakai pakaian perempuan. Mahkamah tolak. Kemudian pergi sister Islam, mahkamah benarkan. Kemudian pergi kepada Iki Putra, mahkamah benarkan. Kemudian ni Elin. So there's a trend
to cabar the courts.
And benda ni macam 2-3 tahun muncul satu. 2-3 tahun muncul satu. So kita bercakap tentang fakta. So we can only conclude this is a very strategic litigations prepared by those kita tak tahu. Ini yang sebab tu saya nak kita faham bahawa isu ini kita tak boleh macam pandang macam tu remeh, tak boleh. You must understand the issues and make a decision, a considered view, sama ada you want to take this stand or this stand. I have taken this stand. It's up to you. I mean, I'm not imposing my belief on everyone. No.
Sure. I mean, me as a normal orang awam, I just want people yang commit crimes
be punished.
Correct.
To the maximum
of their crime.
Correct.
Kalau
I agree.
rogol, maximum rogol is what? Kalau bunuh orang, maximum bunuh orang is what? Kalau that's how we feel as orang awam.
But do you agree as a Muslim? Do you want the Syariah law in Malaysia only confined to nikah kahwin, tak puasa, cerai, or you want it to be slightly bigger? I'm asking you, be fair to me.
I'm just afraid, right? There might be a lot of overlap. Setuju tak?
Okay.
If I say okay, I as a Muslim, I believe that Muslim laws should be much more stronger in Malaysia. Then by doing that, I think there will be a lot of overlaps with the undang-undang apa?
Thank you for pointing.
Don't you agree?
I agree, but there is already protection in law. Akta Tafsiran 1960 kalau tak salah saya ke 1959. Dia cakap section 59. Saya cakap betul. Boleh kita check. Section 59 cakap bila ada dua undang-undang, seseorang itu hanya boleh dituduh sekali sahaja. It cannot be charged twice. So kalau dia sudah dituduh di mahkamah syariah, dia cannot be charged dekat mahkamah civil again.
Kalau jatuh hukuman
sekali, dia tak boleh hukuman kali kedua dah atas kesalahan yang sama. So the protection is there for you, for everyone. So the fear of overlapping, the fear of prejudice, injustice is actually, kalau kita tengok betul-betul, is without.
What if we go backwards? Okay. We go backwards a bit. Let's say we agree to your idea of more power for Sharia laws in Malaysia as a totality. Satu gerakan mungkin nak kurangkan kuasa Syariah Court. Okay? Mungkin ada semua gerakan untuk kuatkan kuasa Sharia laws in Malaysia. Contoh.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Dekat Kelantan, kalau contoh tak solat, if you don't go for Friday prayers, the hukuman is, what's the penalty?
At the moment,
yeah.
Dia masih lagi limit kepada 3 tahun, tapi saya rasa dia tak sampai 3 tahun. Dia ada I cannot offhand bagi tahu.
That's only in Kelantan, betul tak? Currently,
yes.
Currently only in Kelantan.
Kelantan.
Kalau tak solat, boleh kena hukuman.
Saya tak check sama ada di negeri lain ada atau tidak.
Okay. In the event kita kembangkan kuasa Sharia laws in the country, could that law come to Selangor as well, contoh?
Yes,
Right.
betul. Salah ke?
No.
Kan? Salah ke?
I'm just saying people, I mean,
No, salah ke kita nak suruh orang pergi solat Jumaat?
no, exactly. It's not wrong to ask people to go pray.
And then the law is there. Bukan tiba-tiba kita pergi tangkap orang. No, kita akan bagi penerangan dulu. Kalau Kap tengok statistik yang Jabatan Hal Agama Islam masukkan ke dalam proceeding, memang ada statistik tu, tapi tidak banyak sebab the law is being used as the last resort. But you must put the law to regulate people. But not necessarily the law will be used constantly. No.
Sure. I think that could be the other fear on the other side. I'm trying to understand both sides, right?
Sure.
Satu side mungkin there's a liberal movement untuk kurangkan kuasa Sharia courts. On the other side, there's a movement for more Sharia laws to be enforced dekat Malaysia.
Betul.
You agree?
I agree. So pertemuan ini akan menjadikan sebab dia takkan boleh bertemu.
Correct.
There will be no meeting point apa common ground.
Dia macam minyak dengan air.
Betul, dia takkan kena. So it's up to you macam mana you nak letak diri you dalam kelompok yang mana. I have made my stand clear.
You believe more Sharia laws?
I believe so.
We should have more.
After 70 years takkan kita nak bagi syariah Allah masih lagi kat takut yang lama. And this is the slogan of Madani. Memperkasakan mahkamah syariah, memartabatkan undang-undang syariah. So, do the right thing.
InsyaAllah.
Walk the talk. Betul tak? But what we do now, we're going backward. We're going backward in the sense that syariah law macam zaman British dulu.
But that's in Kelantan right now, right?
That's
in Kelantan right now. Hopefully, at the federal level, the bill is there, right? To increase the hukuman. Hopefully, insyaAllah, tahun ni. Hopefully, Madani, if you're watching, I know Madani watches my social media. Hopefully, Madani increases the hukuman.
Yes.
For Sharia laws.
Correct.
For all the crimes that people commit under Sharia law.